You've been there. The strongest food cravings hit when you're at your weakest point emotionally. You turn to food for comfort, consciously or unconsciously, when facing a difficult problem, feeling stressed, or even bored. Emotional eating can sabotage those weight loss efforts and not to mention your health. It often leads to eating too much, especially of those really bad sweet and really fatty foods. The good news is that if you're prone to emotional eating, you can take steps to regain control of your eating habits and get back on track with your health and your weight loss dreams. This phenomenon can strike at any time. When you find yourself eating for reasons other than satisfying actual physical hunger. Now, when I first started working in this field, it wasn't too long before I discovered that food companies constantly strive to make that connection between food and emotion. In order to create that appeal, food marketing promises an emotional benefit beyond the food itself, such as effort, excitement, and also belonging. Their job is to make these connections even more compelling and convincing by fueling our collective belief that eating certain foods provides us with emotional satisfaction. Emotional eating is eating as a way to suppress or soothe negative emotions such as stress, anger, fear, boredom, sadness, and loneliness. Major life events, or more commonly the hassles of daily life, can trigger negative emotions that lead to emotional eating and disrupt your weight loss efforts. These triggers might be things like relationship conflicts, work stress, fatigue, financial pressures, and even health problems. Although some people eat less in the face of strong emotions, if you're in emotional distress, you might turn to impulsive or binge eating, quickly consuming whatever's convenient without enjoyment. In fact, your emotions can become so tied to your eating habits that you automatically reach for a treat whenever you're angry or you're stressed, without even thinking about what you're doing. Food also serves as a distraction. If you're worried about an upcoming event or stewing over conflict, for instance, you may focus on eating comfort food instead of dealing with the painful situation. Whatever emotions drive you to overeat, the end result is exactly the same. This is very important to remember. The emotions return, and you likely then bear the additional burden of guilt from the overeating that is now setting back your weight loss and your health goals. This can also lead to an unhealthy cycle. Your emotions trigger you to overeat. You beat yourself up for getting off your weight loss track, you feel bad, and you overeat again. Now, I've come up with some powerful tools for how to put an end to this emotional eating for good. I won't lie to you, following these steps will take some practice and it will require you to be a little bit brave. But if you follow them, not only will you stop eating emotionally, but you'll also learn to start enjoying your food and your life in a whole new way. Please, 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 if you suffer with any of this, then pause this video right now, grab a pen and paper and take some notes. So here's my first bit of advice. Emotional eating provides a release from discomfort, providing a momentary sense of pleasure and satisfaction when you're feeling something you don't want to feel. Overeating has a numbing, a softening effect on our unwanted sentiments and takes our attention away from them for a brief moment. The key to ending this pattern is to not abandon yourself when your emotions go awry, but instead to invite them in and allow yourself to feel. A feeling is closely connected to what we perceive through our fingers. The first definition in the dictionary says it's related to the function or the power of perceiving by touch. Feelings tend to be warm or cold. Feelings are not responses that are linked to sight, hearing, taste, or smell. So, feelings have less precision than emotions. Feelings are often vague and more frequently flow up and down, just as liquid flows downhill, but never uphill. People feel bad more than they feel good. They feel pain more than they feel pleasant. Feelings are rarely complex. But on the other hand, emotions are very complex. Like feelings, they are connected to the life force or the chi. However, in emotion, the chi is more directly referenced, not mediated through touch. Emotions take life energy and move them from one place to another, swaying like the tides in the ocean, from something like an incredible tsunami-like high to waves crashing against cliffs. Emotions involve such things as joy, sadness, fear, hate, or love. Emotions that may be loosely called feelings, but which are much more complex than more tactile feelings like warm or cold, good or bad. Emotions can be easily agitated, and once disturbed, they tend to flow in negative or neutral directions. What's important to remember is that your emotions and your feelings are there to tell you something, not be numbed down or have a shroud thrown over them with a blanket of bad foods that numb the emotion for a short period of time. I'll be going through some things pretty soon personally that will cause me pain. During that time, I have to remember this: the cure for the pain is in the pain. So emotions are a signpost here to tell you to take action in some way. When you're being faced with an overwhelming feeling or emotion, ask yourself a new clarifying question. So write these down. What does this tell me about how I feel about myself or the situation that I'm in? Am I safe? Is this showing up? How is this showing up for me physically? Am I on the right track? Should I make a change? Is the emotion that I'm feeling in proportion to the situation I'm currently in? Is there a past trauma or pain that needs to be addressed right now? How do I want to respond to this feeling? It's important to validate and accept that what you're feeling is telling you something, and it's necessary to give it time and attention that it deserves. Once you're able to do that, then you can come at the feeling from a state of acceptance and understanding to be more mindful about what the next steps are to move forward. Look at your options. Do you need to look at changing the situation that you're in? Can you change your thoughts about that situation? Would talking to a friend or professional help in offering some perspective or clarity? Take some conscious action to respond to what you're feeling, what your feelings are telling you, and learn to appreciate and trust that they are truly there to help guide you through this life. Recognize, identify, trust, and take action. Now, what I've spoken about today is just a snippet of what you need to take to be able to advance forward in dealing with your emotions, which will then be able to have an impact on your eating. It's much more, such a huge subject and much more than I can address in just this short video. But hopefully this has enticed you to understand that what you need to do is actually understand what the emotion is trying to tell you, and that you need to take action. So it's about recognizing, identifying, trusting, and taking action. Feel the emotion and understand what it's trying to tell you. So I hope this has sort of whetted your appetite, and it's also whetted your appetite to understand that there is far more that I can give you with regards to emotional eating. And I'll be addressing this over the course of a series of videos over the coming weeks, months, and years. If this has helped you, then go back through the video. Take some more notes on what you need to do to be able to understand your situation, and write below this video and let me know how you get on and any questions that you've got which pertain to emotional eating, and I will get those answered for you over the coming weeks and months. Now all you need to do is to get a more closer relationship with me beyond this personal Facebook account or this business account, or whether it's my iTunes or whatever. All you need to do is sign up to the link. If you're watching on Facebook, is in the description above this video, and that's where you can join me on my 28-day body transformation program, which is much more than just body transformation. If you're watching on YouTube, then a link's going to fly out right now, just here. If you're watching on or listening on iTunes, then all you simply need to do is take a look at the show notes and click on the link there. At the moment, it's just a pre-sign up. So if it's of interest to you, then all you need to do is sign up to the pre-sign up for my 28-day body transformation program. I look forward to seeing you in there. If you don't want to sign up there, then all you need to do is go to tbt90.com/start now, and you can have access to my 100% free daily workouts that can be done at home or while you're out traveling. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for another TBT Daily episode.